All right, the last day for the week. Yes, it is your ultimate newspaper review show. This is the dailies right here in the Kwale Amzat studio. My name is Wuraola Yusuff, and I'll be taking you through these with the great maestro, Mr. Dotun Saseyi. Yes, that one great maestro. All right, then, let me take you through the front pages of our daily newspapers this morning. On the front page of the Vanguard newspaper, on page 5, federal government, Ogun government, a battle to recover seized presidential jets. All right, NLC recommends Kudirat Kekere Kwas, CJN. On the issue of monkeypox, bias
NJC.
NJC, thank you so much. NJC recommends Kudirat Kekere Kwas, CJN. On the issue of monkeypox, Bayelsa leads as the NCDC confirms 39 cases in 33 states. All right, federal government mediates between discos, MAN over electricity tariff hike. Moving on to the Punch newspaper this morning. Chinese firm targets Nigeria assets in 8 countries, page 2. All right, and we have the one saying presidency vows to protect jets. Court orders for feature of Emefiele's $2.4 million Lagos Delta assets. Page 15 has details of that story. Federal government eyes pension funds and $500 million bond issuance. Page 21 of the Punch newspaper. Harvest season reduces food inflation to 39.5%. All right, so this story is alongside many more what we have today. Let me just pick up this one on the front page of the Guardian newspaper saying, Nigeria awaits Los Angeles Olympics after Paris $9 billion poor outing. All right then. I'll be doing this with Maestro in the studio. Good morning, Maestro. Welcome.
Good morning. My pleasure.
It's been a great week, isn't it?
It has. We thank God for His mercies.
All right, then. I think it was 2 days ago I was talking about the price of pepper, how much I bought it, and then we were saying this is a natural. This one is a natural, not as a result of those who are in power, those who are in government.
They have nothing to do with it.
So it is in the news this morning saying that harvest season reduces food inflation to 39.5%. And this drop in headline inflation marks the first decline since December 2022, when it last dropped to 21.34%. So this is something good.
It is good. If you believe in God, that's the hand of God. If you don't, you could write it down to the account of providence. It depends on how you're looking at it. But it's a respite for the people and for government. So it gives us just a tiny little bit of time. Because if you're looking at it, the rains are not even so good this cycle. The rains have been pretty poor.
They still prayed for rain in Niger yesterday.
Yes, it's everywhere. It's everywhere. So we really have to get going. It's not something that anybody should be too happy over, because even at the best of times, if you have the rains flowing, as it should, it will still go. So what you want to do when you have this kind of respite is what you should quickly do.
Which is?
Well, they're making a few efforts here and there. It's not like they're not, but it's not enough. That's the point. We have to, do something really, really massive about agriculture. And, drafting security personnel to some of these farms is a good thing.
Like that of the military that happened yesterday.
Yes, it's a good thing. But is it enough? That's what we need to ask, one another.
All right. I think on Shokowa yesterday morning, they were even saying we could use more of technology to for security on this farmlands. Is that something that we should look forward to?
Yes, technology, the use of technology is what we cannot do without in this world in our time. Technology is the name of the game. It's just that we don't push, these things to the limits in our case. And we should do everything we need to do in order to take charge of these farms and ensure that farmers are free to add their yield to our situation.
All right then. Maestro, we have a monkeypox outbreak in the country. I think I read one of the stories for that yesterday, but we couldn't dwell on it. Now the federal government has intensified the monitoring and screening procedures at all entry points in the country in response to the monkeypox outbreak. We have 39 confirmed cases right now, but no death across the 3 states yet. So that is what we have right now.
The way they have presented that monkeypox has been here for a long time. It's not a new thing. It's been around for quite a while. But the problem is what we do every day. It's not what we do occasionally when we have our backs to the wall. So the problem is we don't have these standards in place, to ensure that these things don't become big deal when they
come.
So now we are doing things at the borders. We are running around now because it is not our standard.
You're saying we should have some preventive measures.
Because there's a problem now, we're running around. We shouldn't be running around when, the problem comes. We should have that thing in place which will take care of that problem. But, just like we prepare late, we do stuff late. And it begins to look like that's the problem of the black man. But I don't think so. It's just that we have very poor leadership. And that poor leadership has been so consistent. In Africa, it's more consistent than any other thing. Poor leadership.
What are the things that you think should have been put in place to maybe not let us see this monkeypox as a very big thing, and now that it's coming up?
No, you're supposed to have early warning systems, in all these situations.
Okay.
So what you are now doing when people are flocking in and getting out of your space anyhow, if you had that in place, that check in place, you would have been warned so early that these things are coming in, and you'll have some kind of restrictive measures. But we would have been warned. But now it's in already. So we are now saying, let's not have more coming. It's not that we want to keep it out. So there are really basic stuff, which sometimes, like you pointed out earlier on, we might need to apply technology. This is the age of technology, but we don't, do much of that.
Is Nigeria far behind when we're talking about technology?
It depends on what you're looking at. If you're looking at government and so on, yes, we are way, way behind.
Wow.
But in some, private concerns and individual lives, some people are at par. But that which touches a lot of our lives, we must, return the result that we are backward when it comes to technology usage in this country.
Whose fault? Are we to say this is the fault of the government again?
Yes, of course. Such things you must lay at the foot or the doorstep of the government. You can't say it's because we are not using, we are not at par. That is the fault of the people. How could that possibly be the fault of the people? It's firstly the fault of government, because sometimes government does not even have to, pay for some of these things. Sometimes it's the concept, the concept with which government, drives the society along. Okay, that was it. Do you know that when you are in office as president, for instance, let me show you what you don't pay for, but you could drive the country in that direction. Every time you see someone in government as president, people tend to use, their fashion sense. Some people just flow along. And I've been noticing that since the years of Shagari in office as president of Nigeria.
Whatever the president is dressing
He
like.
had this very long, cap, and people started, wearing that everywhere. And then since then I've been observing that when Obasanjo was in office, people were wearing Ankara and Adire. Because that's what he was wearing most of the time.
How about Buhari? What were they wearing?
You saw people who were wearing Buhari's kind of cap.
Yes, and now
A lot of people are doing the locks and 88s kind of thing. So sometimes it's not even so much as spending some subtle means. You could use those subtle means to drive people in particular directions. And if it's technology that you really want to go in the direction of technology, there are ways that you could create that consciousness. But more importantly, okay, why are we not applying technology to our courtrooms, for instance? Enough technology. Why are we not doing that?
I'm talking about Ganduje's papers that disappeared.
Isn't that really silly?
Is that supposed
Why
to
are
affect
they
the case?
not inside the system already? Why were they not inside the system? But that one is curious, very curious. But then look at our classrooms, even the universities. Do you see technology going on in these places? So not much, and we should push the limits so that learning could be easier, the judicial system will flow better, and so on. Life. When you hear about the methods, the techniques, and the machines with which people are tested in hospitals in other places, you could only dream about them in Nigeria, or you go to very, very expensive places. So why is this so? Are they, couldn't we buy these things? Couldn't we maintain them? No.
We then go abroad for medical trips.
It's just that, that poor leadership is always...
Even our leaders.
Well, for two different reasons, they don't hang around. One...
Privacy. You've said this before.
They're afraid. They don't want you to know what's wrong with them. Because that might affect their political relevance. The other thing is, that fear is not unfounded. It's not unfounded, because in this country, you see politicians killing one another at some point. And it was right in the middle of all that a former president said, it is do or die affair. Somebody said, no, election is not do or die affair. He said it's do or die affair. And a lot of people indeed died.
In this Nigeria.
Yes.
All right then. Maestro, let us move on from that and talk about this NLC Secretariat invasion thing. We talked about that, and we had the police PPR telling us that they were looking for a particular person, and it wasn't a personal attack on the NLC. And according to them, the complex, 10th floor complex, they went to the 2nd floor, and NLC is somewhere around the 9th floor or something. But you don't think NLC is buying that, because now they're back in the news saying that whatever happened, whatever explanation the police CPR will give them is not for them. They are not accepting that. Before we go deeper on this, let's go pay some bills.
88.7 FM.
Guys, let's go and get seats at that table with Semovita.
Sorry, this table is reserved for the bride's family.
Do you know who I am? I'm the older brother of the sister's last uncle who married their first cousin.
Everybody wants a seat at the Golden Penny Semovita table. Golden Penny Semovita remains my soup's first choice. It's made from premium wheat and fortified with vitamins and minerals to provide a wholesome bowl food that pairs well with Nigerian soups. Golden Penny Semovita, my soup's first choice.
olójú orógbó ẹlẹ́ẹ̀kẹ́ òbí o eégún tí ń yọná lẹ́nu òrìṣà tí bológbò lẹ́rù kábíyèsí o àyájọ́ ọdún Ṣàngó ló tún kò lọ́dún ni nígbà tó jẹ́ ọ̀run lọ́sẹ̀ ọjọ́ mẹ́rin àkọ́kọ́ nínú ọ̀run nìbọ gbogbo òrìṣà ló fi jẹ́ ìbọ tọdún ni yóò wọnú ara wọn ni ọjọ́ kẹjọ oṣù kẹjọ láàbọ̀ Ògún ọjọ́ náà láti ṣiṣọ́ lórí ọdún ní gbangba ní Kòso ọjọ́ Ṣàngó lọ́jọ́ kẹsàn-án ní kòsó kan náà láti ṣe é. ọjọ́ kẹwàá ni Yemọja ó tòdò wálé dídá láàdá fá òrìṣà tí Yemọja ó sì tò lọ́wọ́ ọ̀wọ́ wọ ààfin lọ́jọ́ kọkànlá kùtù àìlábàdé lọ́jà kẹsàn-án lọ́jọ́ kejìlá bẹ́ẹ̀ náà láàsì tún bọ láàróyè lọ́jà kẹsàn-án kan náà ni ilé olóògbé dúró ládé pọ̀ lọ́rọ̀ àpilẹ̀kọ ti wáyé lórí ohun ìní Ṣàngó ọjọ́ kẹtàdínlógún ní ọjọ́ àṣekágbá ní ààfin ikú bàbá yèyé níbẹ̀ làwọn lóókọ lókè àtàwọn aṣojú orílẹ̀-èdè míì káàkiri àgbáyé ó ti máa wà ń kalẹ̀ igbákejì gómìnà ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ amòfin Báyọ̀ Làwà ní olùgbàlejò àgbà àjọ UNESCO ìjọba àpapọ̀ àti ìjọba ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ ló ṣagbátẹrù ẹ̀ gbogbo ẹ̀yin ènìyàn iléeṣẹ́ àṣọ ohun ìrìn àjò afẹ́ tìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ ló ń pè yín pé ẹ wá bá wa ráàlú ṣẹ́gun.
Gẹ́gẹ́ bí aláboyún ó ṣe pàtàkì kí n tọ́jú ara mi kí n sì wà ní ìlera pípé.
Kí ìwọ àtoyún inú ẹ lè wà ní ìlera tó péye máa lo oògùn ẹ̀jẹ̀ tó ní áyọ̀nù nínú àti folic acid lójoojúmọ́ lákòókò tó bá lóyún. Eléyìí ń dènà àìtó ẹ̀jẹ̀ nínú oyún yóò sì jẹ́ kóyún wà lálàáfíà. Fún ìlera pípé ẹ máa yọjú sí àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ elétò ìlera yín fún ìtọ́jú oyún nígbà tó yẹ.
Ìkéde yìí wá láti àkànṣe ARIN iléeṣẹ́ tó ń mójútó ètò ìlera ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́.
ìjàgùdù òsì mọ́ kábàánì lórúkọ jẹ́ fẹ́ lọ lórí káràkátà gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ẹ fẹ́ ra mọ́tò ayọ́kẹ́lẹ́ ìrọ̀rùn tó fini lọ́kàn balẹ̀ tó dángájíá àbẹ́yìn tẹ́ ẹ fẹ́ tà á iléeṣẹ́ rédíò àgídìgbò ti ṣàgbékalẹ̀ ètò ìrọ̀rùn fún gbogbo ẹ̀yin aráàlú tẹ́ ẹ ní mọ́tò tẹ́ ẹ fẹ́ tà àbẹ́ rí mọ́tò tẹ́ ẹ fẹ́ rà ṣùgbọ́n tẹ́ ẹ ń bẹ̀rù alágbèédá ó yá ẹ kàn ṣẹ́ka àgídìgbò atọ́kọ̀ṣe pẹ̀lú àwọn àlàálẹ̀ ètò tí fini lọ́kàn balẹ̀ níléeṣẹ́ rédíò àgídìgbò bẹ́ẹ̀ làǹfààní san díẹ̀díẹ̀ tún wà tẹ́ ẹ bá ti wá ṣe tán ẹ pè sórí àwọn nọ́mbà yìí 07034229105 tàbí 08028714663 àgídìgbò atọ́kọ̀ṣe ọkọ̀ gígùn dìrọ̀rùn.
legend ọmọ ìyá mi ṣó ti get.
Sure, babe, welcome. Why you for see the food stuff when you carry enter house?
Now the latest millionaire in town, the follow talk.
Millionaire? How? How you take up yummy?
Now play and win. Yes, so now every day, 5 people go they win 25,000 naira. 3 people go win 50,000 naira. 2 people go win 100,000 naira. And 1 person go win the grand prize of 1 million naira every week. Oh, if you want join body, just dial *945 *000 *795 plus 250 ash if you be Wema Bank customer or *966 *000 *795 plus 250 ash if you be Zenith Bank customer, or you fit follow our social media page on Top Play and Win NG for Motori. You fit also call 090-44-444-863 or 090-44-444-896. The more you play, the more the chance you get. Oh, Play and Win dey licensed by the National Lottery Regulatory Commission. Play and win your time to shine.
Babies are God's gifts to parents, and breast milk is God's gift to babies. It contains all the important nutrients and minerals your baby needs, including water, for the first 6 months. Give your baby breast milk only. Remember, breast milk only for the first 6 months. This message is from the ANRIN Project, or your State Ministry of Health.
Akidibo 88.7 FM.
All right, you're welcome back. In case you're just joining us, do not forget that you can also watch us live on Akidigbo 88.7 FM. That is on Facebook. Yes, the Nigeria Labour Congress has accused the government of declaring war against the union. At a press conference in Abuja yesterday, NLC leaders rejected the police explanation for the invasion and demanded an apology, as well as the return of seized items and the release of detained individuals. This is the first time I'm seeing this, with some people detained. Maestro.
I'm not sure they have the right to be demanding the release of individuals arrested by the police. You know, we have to really open our minds up here. Then again, I'm not sure they are going about it the right way. Like I said that day, there shouldn't have been any request for apologies. Apologies are meaningless. What you need to do if you have your rights infringed upon, there is a process.
Seek a redress.
So there's a process. I don't understand this apology request. I don't understand the apology request. I think if they are aggrieved, they should test the process. And that's to go to court. That's what I believe should happen.
They said the explanation the police PRO gave is not for
It doesn't really matter if they like the explanation or not. That's the explanation we're all dealing with, right? So what are you now going to do if you don't like the explanation?
If you do not believe in it.
Do you keep running back to the newspapers every day? Or would you seek redress? Because some people have said, if they seek redress, we know how our courts are. I don't know how our courts are. Go there. They are our courts. We don't have any other one. So, and we're still talking about, fraud everywhere. But that's what we have. So you go there, and if we perceive that you did not get justice there for a reason, then we will be part of that.
If we see you go to court.
As indeed we have been part of, whatever you've been requesting from government. Some people saying, yes, you deserve 100 million. Some people saying, no, you should be given. We have been on all sides of all these conversations. This is another one that looks very curious to me. Why are you requesting apology when you could go and seek redress in court? Why? If it is not about playing politics.
I said there is something attached to it. I think they also criticize the government's attempt to interfere with the union's internal affairs.
Then why are they saying government? Why are you not saying police that came to your place?
No, this one is about the proposed reduction in tenure of trade union leaders.
It does not make any sense. Whatever they are insinuating doesn't make any sense to me. Look, I cannot be jumping inside your mind. What I see happening, the narrative is very clear. Some people went and stormed your place. They took away certain materials.
Without warrant.
And then, yes, without warrant, they entered the place. They did whatever they did there. Then you come up the following morning and say, you must apologize to me. What is the meaning of that? So it doesn't make sense to me. Maybe they have done that before and they got such apologies. And then you begin to say, oh, look at what you did not see. That's what happened. No. You say government. Yes, we know government. Police is part of government. But say police directly first until you have reason to show that, look, it's the voice of Jacob, hand of Esau. We understand all that. It's not as if we don't understand. But I'm saying, don't tell me what I don't know yet. Because I know some things about what is going on here. And it is that they shouldn't have stormed that place without a warrant. And whatever else they did there that displeased you, where do you go? Unless you don't want to seek redress or you are afraid of something. So if you are not afraid of something and you are fully willing to seek redress, then go to court.
A second, Maestro.
It's 7 a.m. on Agidigbo 88.7 FM.
You said maybe there is something the NLC is
if
hiding.
you are not afraid of anything, why won't you go to court? And then everything you are telling us piecemeal, lay it bare. Let's see everything in the court process. I think that's what should be done. And I think they are wasting our time with all these requests for apologies.
All right. How about the proposed reduction in the tenure of trade union leaders? Is it not in the government's place to be part of this?
So how does it connect?
They are saying they also criticize the government's attempt to interfere with the union's internal affairs.
I don't even know any story about that one. We're talking about this one. You are now bringing in your trade union issues.
They did.
Are they connected? They are not connected. If you are talking about your trade union issues and that government is meddling in your affairs, we can talk about that separately. Yesterday somebody said, why do you say I don't know so often? And you see, it is true, that sometimes you don't genuinely know. And I don't shy away from saying that. When I don't know, I just don't know.
Which is better.
But the other times I say I don't know is when I'm hearing a lot of nonsense. And, I just want to... Because look, there are heavier issues on ground. You come with your tantrums all the time. We just finished with your tantrums and all the things.
The negotiation.
And then you got that and you will not leave our noses alone. We need to breathe.
All right, then. Okay, let us move on to this salary and allowance issue for lawmakers. 21 million or 1 million. Yesterday they came out again to say that we do not receive 21 million naira as salary and allowances. That is coming from the Senate spokesperson yesterday at their sitting. They said this is different. Our salaries are stipulated by the Revenue Mobilization, Allocation and Fiscal Commission, the RMAFC. So wherever you're saying about 21 million, we do not know.
You see, the problem is every time this issue comes up, they're always talking about what they do not earn. They don't come and say this is how much we earn.
Give us the explanation.
They don't. What they are quick to mention is what they do not earn. So why in the same breath is it difficult for you to just say this is how much we earn? So, and when they were going to talk about it, they were talking about basic salaries, which I think is another way of insulting people's intelligence. We know
the basic salary is
that
there.
The basic salary is what you could even give your driver. You don't look like you look on 1 million naira. Now I understand. And they are hiding behind this thing, that many of them were already rich before
they got into office.
That many of them already had a lot of money before they got into office and all that. So, I mean, what is the big deal? And it's even annoying that wealth that you're talking about, mostly came from your last post. And it's all from the coffers of it's not like you innovated and you didn't have any innovation that is selling in billions of dollars, like Bill Gates. It's not that you wrote a fantastic bestseller anywhere. It's not that you have a thriving industry somewhere.
It's still from the government.
So you cannot display wherever it came from. Yet we have created something to hide behind in all these, that there's one senator who came on one popular television program and was telling the interviewer that it was an insult to be asking a senator how much he earned.
Wow.
And
as a Nigerian citizen.
Yes, I'm sure a lot of people saw that program maybe last year or the year before, and it was so annoying. He was all over the correspondent, and I thought, wow,
for him to come out and say this.
How I just wish, I was the one that was
granted the interview.
But he was all over the poor, and saying you cannot ask him how much you...
Wow.
And I was wondering if he brought the money from the family compound. So they don't like, the light to be shared on whatever it is they're doing in that place, especially when it comes to money.
The explanation is that a running cost is different from our own salary.
You see, they are just even being funny. When you go and look at the budget dedicated to the National Assembly, we don't even have to be asking what you take home. Just go and check the budget.
It's clearly there.
It's inching towards 1 trillion. For who? How many of you? Really, the critical, mass there falls under 500, far under 500. So when you have that kind of figure dedicated to you in national budget, don't we already know? What do you spend the money on? Do you spend it on concrete or whatever it is? So we already have a very fair idea of what goes into your pocket. So to be playing games over this 1 million naira, 21 million naira thing is just silly.
All right then. But that is what they're saying. Saying it did not come for us. A running cost is different from salary.
They're
This is
saying
what
those
we-
things because most of the time when we talk about corruption in this country, we talk about the executive only. We talk
Mr. President,
we
Mr.
talk about-
Governor.
yes, those are the ones that we keep looking at when we talk about corruption. And there are a lot of places that we should gain consciousness on when we begin to talk about corruption. One of those places is the hierarchy of the civil services. I mean, these guys, they sit down there coolly. They might be wearing, ties of, 25 naira ties and so on. But it is when they retire and they say, come and join us for Thanksgiving service, that you will know that they are not your father's mate. Because they are there, politicians come and go, and they are there. And there's no way in this world that the politician will be, doing fine. That they will not be doing fine now. Because when you come in as governor, they are there. You spend your term, you go, they are still there. Another governor will come and meet them there. Another president will come and meet them there.
Different administration.
Ministers will come and go. They are there. They are the ideal barracks. Soldier go, soldier come. Barrack no they go anywhere. They are the ones that. So when you don't look in that direction, when you don't look in the direction of the judiciary, when you don't look in the direction of the legislature, and you say you want to end bad governance, I know immediately you have no idea what you're talking about. When you concentrate on one, the executive, it doesn't make any sense. Because this is where someone who's been, looking at everything for a very long time is going to rest. These are the, and when you now finish, then you now go into the OPS in their engagement with the man in office. That's the big deal, because they are like two sides of a bad coin.
A bad coin.
The politician on this side of the coin and his friend who is a contractor on the other side of the coin, we are finished. That is a fatal tag team.
Because award contract, yes,
They are
it has
not
been awarded.
beatable. He's
But to
awarding
who?
the thing to himself, and he himself is conducting it. He can't really do much about this guy because it's the same purse at the end of the day.
So if we are talking about corruption, if we are talking about trying to end bad governance, it is not only the executive. we
It's
should
not
be
going to
looking at.
happen in the mouths and minds of people who don't even know next to nothing about what we're saying. It has to be something deeply cerebral. You have to sit down and say, this is what we are. Define it. And then when you have fully defined it, then you begin to gain light. The direction you want to go.
What is bad governance?
Yeah.
Where is the bad
But
governance
where-
coming out?
I told you this thing will not fly. Has it flown?
You did. You said that.
So, and it's not because I don't want it to fly, but because it is fraught with a lot of, it's so simplistic.
Does it have so much clarity?
It doesn't have depth. So you need that depth first. You need that direction. That definition has to be there. That is when you now begin to know where you are going. But that precisely is what, a lot of people don't want. They don't want depth.
Or they do not even know.
Yes, there's a part that does not know and does not want to know. Now that's the difficult one, because it comes, in all its, in the glory of its belligerence, very, very, belligerent and insistent on that ignorant path. And we can't thrive like that. There is no light that will come out of a dead torch.
No lights that will come out of a dead torch. All right then, Maestro. Let us talk about France and Nigeria, because this news is coming saying a French court has ordered the seizure of 3 Nigerian presidential jets following a case filed before it involving the Ogun State government and a Chinese investment company. They're talking about now they are saying they should seize 3 presidential jets in France. And the presidency is coming to say the federal government has a contractual obligation with this Chinese firm. And some people are saying, no, this is insulting. What do you mean? It's Nigeria, a sovereign nation. You're coming out to say they should seize the presidential jets. And saying, no, this is an insult to presidency and to Nigeria at large.
That is pedestrian. It's really pedestrian. It's when you go into contracts, you know, you should fulfill your obligations. And so it is not about, oh, is the presidency, it's actually Ogun State government, I understand, took a loan or did something. And so you cannot take any loan and so on from all these foreign agencies without the backing, without the guarantee of government, of federal government. That's how these things go. And so I think Ogun State, and I'm being very instructive here, that Ogun State, you know, has defaulted, and that's why the people are taking they are taking that measure after a court. You know, you're talking about a court that says, okay, you are now free to go ahead, which means it's been there for a long time.
Exactly.
So there are instances, and I don't know if the federal government got involved at some stages, being the guarantor. I think. And so if the federal government did not get involved at critical stages that led to the point, because you must show the court something before the French court gave the go-ahead, something, the process must have been played before the court, and the court found it right and justified, you know, for you to recover your money, to hold those jets. By holding the jets, you draw the attention of the federal government of Nigeria. And now the federal government will now go and play the role it should play. And
say there is something going on here.
So, okay, this is how we are going to resolve this. And the moment that is done, then it's dusted.
All right. So we have the presidential candidate of Labour Party, Mr. Peter Obi, on this issue, accusing the federal government of insensitivity for going ahead with the deal to purchase presidential jets, saying that all this, if there is no court case, it is most likely that Nigerians would not know what is going on. This is saying that they went about this.
I don't want to be dignifying these things, you know, because you know that the man is a politician. He's preparing for the next strike. And so he's going about his own business the way he should be going about it. You know, to talk about everything that the current president is doing in a bad light. That's his own job.
Do you see this as one that is coming in a bad light?
I'm not interested in what Mr. Peter Obi is doing for his own benefits. He wants to be president. He's going about his business the way politicians go about their business. So it's a different, you know, conversation altogether.
But this particular issue on the presidential jets, have you heard about it before now?
Haven't you? We sat down here. They said they were going to sell 3 to buy 1.
Yes, they did.
So I don't know if we want to do fresh conversations on that again. If we want to do it, we can do it.
They said they went ahead without...
With what? With what they said they would do?
All right then, Maestro, we have to go pay some bills now. When we're back, we'll continue the conversation in the studio. We'll be back.
88.7 FM.
I'm in love, Sonia tomato mix, stand up. Is it to open? Is it to squeeze? Is it to scoop? And is it to stir?
Sonia tomato mix in a new stand-up pouch.
Bárajà lọ́wọ́ oníbàárà rẹ tó bá fi díẹ̀ sí fún ọ ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ni nìyẹn.
bẹ́ẹ̀ni èèní ni.
ó yá wá fojú inú wò ó kó ra nǹkan ẹyọ kan wọ́n wá fún ọ ní mẹ́jọ sí i kí wá nìyẹn.
èyí gọbọi nìyẹn. bàbẹ́ èyí gọbọi nìyẹn. tètè lọ ra síìmù Airtel titun tìrẹ náà kó o wá fi owó ìpè sórí ẹ̀ kó o sì bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí gbádùn ìlọ́po mẹ́jọ iye tó rà pẹ̀lú ẹ̀bùn ẹgbẹ̀rún kan náírà láti kí ọ káàbọ̀.
Airtel, a reason to imagine.
Big mommy, add that bokoto wey go senior school, put 2 roundabout, anoint the package with that slim thick shaki and
Uncle, no vex o. Which teeth you wan use eat all this orishi? That your teeth wey be like where motor jam truck, e no dey worry you again.
That one na before. All thanks to the new Close-Up Complete Fresh Protection.
That's right. The new Close-Up Complete Fresh Protection toothpaste gives you complete oral protection with fluoride and antibacterial zinc to keep your teeth strong, prevent tooth holes, and fight bacteria.
Please have to go buy my own new Close-Up Complete Fresh Protection toothpaste.
Close-Up Complete Fresh Protection for your important oral care needs. Available in a blue gel.
This world is not my home.
Oríṣi ìdí ló lè fà á tí ènìyàn fi nílò láti ṣe ìtọ́jú ẹbí, ará, ọ̀rẹ́ tàbí ojúlùmọ̀ ẹni lẹ́yìn ìgbà tí irúfẹ́ ẹni bẹ́ẹ̀ bá ti papòdà kó tó di pé yóò wọ káàlẹ̀ lọ.
Òdodo ọ̀rọ̀ ló sọ bá àbèjì. Ìdí nìyí tí Elite Funeral Home fi wà láti bá yín ṣe ìtọ́jú ẹni yín tó ti lọ.
Elite Funeral Homes?
Elite Funeral Homes ló ń rẹ́ndà 100% embalmment tó ní guarantee bí irúfẹ́ ẹni bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe wà láti day 1 ló máa wà throughout the stay láì tú tàbí yọ any part of the corpse.
Mo débẹ̀ mo kọ sára torí àwọn akọ́ṣẹ́mọṣẹ́ tòun ti rinṣẹ́ ìgbàlódé ló kún bẹ́ẹ̀ bíbà fún perfect embalmment and corpse preservation.
Ọwọ́jà Elite Funeral Homes ká orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà.
Elite Funeral Homes wà ní inú tó hospital òpópónà Gbági tuntun New Ife Expressway Ìwó Road area Ìbàdàn. Ẹ dẹ̀ lè pé 090-4346-4719 tàbí 081-03-85-1516. Elite Funeral Home, luxury hotel for the deceased.
Ninja unstoppable, who we be unstoppable, got the DNA to be unstoppable. We are unstoppable, go beyond unstoppable, together we are strong. Ninja moves on, we are unstoppable, unstoppable, unstoppable. Sunrise to sunset, the hustle never stops. Ninja giants on the move, we're reaching the top.
Anything is possible with a partner that truly believes in you. Make that move to the Alternative Bank today.
We are unstoppable, go beyond unstoppable. Alternative by your side, you can't go wrong.
The Alternative Bank. Go beyond.
Àbẹ́ ò rí nǹkan ẹ̀bùn pàtàkì látọ̀dọ̀ Ọlọ́run lọ́mọ jẹ́ fáwọn òbí tómi ọyàn sì jẹ́ ẹ̀bùn Ọlọ́run fáwọn ọmọ. Ó ní gbogbo èròjà aṣaralóore pẹ̀lú omi tọ́mọ rẹ nílò. Fún oṣù 6 àkọ́kọ́ máa fọ́mọ rẹ ní ọyàn nìkan. Rántí o, omi ọyàn nìkan fún oṣù 6 àkọ́kọ́.
Ìkéde yìí wá láti àkọ́ṣeṣẹ́ ARIN, iléeṣẹ́ tó ń mójútó ètò ìlera ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́.
Appreciation, mo dúpẹ́ oníbùwọ̀rẹ́ bàbá gbọ́ pẹ́ mi.
Ẹni Ọlọ́run náà ń ṣe fúnra rẹ̀ òṣòro mà bẹ́ẹ̀ bá ríru wọn bọ́n ṣe ń gba ìdílé ni wọ́n máa gba ìlóde. Oríyọmí Òkìkí Ọlọ́mọ Amúsà káàbọ̀. Gbogbo United Kingdom pátápátá ni wọ́n ń kí Oríyọmí Òkìkí Ọlọ́mọ Amúsà káàbọ̀ sílùú ọba látijọ́ tí Oríyọmí ti wọ̀ lu London wọ́kìlú mà microphone wizard. Gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá tàwùsá ti Ìgbò kódà tó fi mọ́ òyìnbó tó ń bẹ ní United Kingdom ni wọ́n ń kí Oríyọmí Òkìkí Ọlọ́mọ Amúsà káàbọ̀. Èyí ló ṣokùnfà àpèjẹ ẹ̀yẹ ìdánilọ́lá táwọn olùgbé orílẹ̀-èdè United Kingdom ṣe fún Oríyọmí Hamzat èyí tí yóò wáyé ní ọjọ́ 24 oṣù kẹjọ ọdún yìí 24th of August 2024 ní the elevation point number 3 Heringham Road London SC78NJ. Aago 5 àbọ̀ làwọn èèyàn ti máa dé sí gbàgede. Aago 6 gẹ́rẹ́gẹ́lẹ̀ tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ àwẹ̀jẹwẹ̀mú kíkí Oríyọmí Òkìkí Ọlọ́mọ Amúsà káàbọ̀ sórílẹ̀-èdè United Kingdom pẹ̀lú oríṣiríṣi àwọn nǹkan ìwúrí tí yóò wáyé lọ́jọ́ yìí tó ń sì máa fojú rinjú pẹ̀lú Oríyọmí Òkìkí Ọlọ́mọ Amúsà. Ẹ wá gbọ́ o, aṣọ àgídìgbò FM lẹ́ẹ̀fi wọlé £20 ní o, owó tíkẹ́ẹ̀tì £50 láti rí aṣọ àgídìgbò FM àti tíkẹ́ẹ̀tì gbà ẹ pè sórí nọ́mbà yìí 07310257288 07310257288 310-257-288. lẹ́yìn tá a bá ṣèyàn tán lọ́gán tá a bá ti ń parí ìwẹ̀jẹ̀wẹ̀mu àti ìfarakínra pẹ̀lú Oríyọmí Òkìkí Ọlọ́run Mamusa ọjọ́ kejì ní Òkìkí Ọlọ́run Mamusa yóò gúnlẹ̀ sí ọ́fíìsì rẹ̀ tó wà ní the elevation point number 3 Erringham Road London SE78NJ tí yóò sì máa gbàlejò lọ́kùn òjọ̀kan Oríyọmí Òkìkí Ọlọ́run Mamusa káàbọ̀ sílùú ọba.
Akidibo 88.7 FM.
All right, I think Femi Rank is the same person with the comments that said yesterday that more like he once asked you, Maestro Sheshwaro. Now he's saying anytime Maestro says, I don't know, just expect a big bang analysis. I will give you like 3 different views in the matter. Good morning. All right, then let us talk about this story. Saying the federal government yesterday expanded the frontiers of the nation's economy with the inauguration of foreign currency denominated domestic sovereign bond. According to the explanation of the Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of Economy, Mr. Wale Edun, he said, if we can harness the savings of Nigerians for those in diaspora, buying the microeconomic reform story of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to grow this economy, it will make it productive and globally competitive. Saying that they have their savings, they have targets of this instrument. Likewise, Nigerians living in Nigeria have savings abroad. This is the time to go back to their home country. Rather than keeping the money abroad, they should provide it to the Nigerian economy to create jobs. All right, that is the story saying that federal government eyes pension funds and $500 million bond issuance. People's pension funds, Maestro.
Well, you know, I don't think we have been careful enough about pension funds in this country. We've also
based on antecedents
at all levels. We've also heard that you know, we've had a lot of stories that are not, you know, cheering. So I will say that we should be really careful about you know, whatever it is, whatever policy they want to apply to pension funds again.
That involves using pension funds.
I don't believe that, you know, we should go in that direction. We need to understand what they intend to do, you know, carefully. But the part that interests me more is that, because in any way, I promise that I would use, I don't know, much
and then you will see expect something
than
coming
I
out of
used to anyway. So the point, however, is that saying this is the time for Nigerians in the diaspora to come back home and then bring their money to the Nigerian economy.
And Nigerians and foreigners in Nigeria too. He said that.
I know that he's just saying that and he's not expecting a lot of result from that statement. The reason I'm saying that is not because he doesn't believe it or that, but if someone like Alhaji Aliko Dangote, who's the richest man in Africa, granted an interview of recent, and he was saying he had plans to move his money, you know, into advanced economies, then I find it very difficult to reconcile the current statement of the finance minister. I don't think it sits. People today want to put their money in a safe place.
I know that. Okay, it's okay.
They bring a little bit to just to flow with these uneven tides. It's high today, it's low tomorrow. They can play the forex game, but their fortune, their egg nest, they hardly live in this place, and he knows that more than anybody else, that you can't tie your fortunes down, you know, in a volatile economic circumstance like ours. So if he believes truly that that's going to happen, I don't think so. As a matter of fact, whatever economic policies or other policies they are bringing to play at a time like this, mostly I've seen that they are not bad. They are good. It will take time before they begin to yield. But, they are applying policies that others have taken flight from. And so I shed a little bit of sympathy. But that does not say that, okay, based on what you're doing, people will now bring their egg nests back to this place.
Just by your words.
I don't believe that's going to happen.
Let's talk about the trust issues. I mean, a pension. We've had pension stories are coming in not so positive light in this country. And now you're saying bring your pension funds and
No, the pensions are here. And they are huge. And government often would go and take loans on such heavy funds and so on, and sometimes they dig into it. Sometimes we have scams, around pension funds. A lot of things have happened in this country concerning pension funds. So I would like to be really clear about what they want to do. Every time you talk about bonds, raising bonds and so on, you know that you want money and you want to use what you have to get what you want. That's what bonds are basically about. And so I need more clarity on this. I need clarity on this. What do they intend to do? But the part that interests me more is the clarion for the people in the diaspora to come and invest their fortunes here.
It's about time.
It's not about time. I don't think so. You need to show more results first, especially in the area of security. You say it's about time, and then people will bring their money, then you start handing back governors the following day. Where do they know that? What's the end game? What will happen eventually? Flying Russian flags all over the place. So you are coup baiting. You want people to bring their hard-earned dollars into coup baiting. So if you bait coup successfully, what will happen to their money? They don't know.
To their own pension.
So it's not that kind of time.
And so you're saying it is not out of place to try and use this fund, but the problem is with the trust issues and based on Nigeria's antecedent on pension funds.
No, it's not something unheard of to use funds like that. As a matter of fact, you invest, pension funds. That's what you do. You invest the funds so they yield.
Not just lying there.
No, you can't just dump money anywhere. There's no such money that lies around unless, the commercial banks talking about, all these monies that some people have died. They didn't come back to claim and so on, dormancy. And yet they still use the funds. They still use the money anyway. Maybe they keep using them forever because some people stole money. They hid it in some of the banks, and they didn't tell the wife, they didn't tell the children anything. And so if it happens suddenly,
it's there. The money is stuck.
And these guys are not they're not choir boys. They just leave it there. That if anybody comes, they will attend to that.
But if if
nobody comes,
I mean, this is Nigeria pool.
So that's why I said, bankers are not choir boys. They are not choristers.
All right, then. Let us open the phone lines for people to join in the conversation this morning as we try and talk about other stories too. The phone lines to call 0704 1001 887 or +234 704 7008 873. But before then, let's listen to this.
Thank you for your attention. It's been lovely to have you keeping it locked on Agidigbo 88.7 FM. Now is the time to join in the conversation, to have the world hear your voice, because we are the people's voice. Meanwhile, while you contribute to this program, kindly note that in accordance with broadcasting ethics, you are requested to keep your contributions modest, truthful, concise, and not offensive.
inflammatory, or with tendencies to cause discomfort to anyone. Thank you. Now, let the conversation begin.
All right, then. We're back now. Maestro, you want to say something?
I saw some people give gifts on my TikTok handle, and I want to thank them. Unfortunately, I didn't get the names.
Oh.
Otherwise, I would have mentioned the names.
Is it lions?
I don't even know these things, sincerely. But thank you very much for sending those gifts. And once again, the TikTok handle for those who are listening is Dotun Saseyi _Maestro. So we are streaming live. You can follow us every day on the dailies. Thank you very much.
All right, 0704 1001 887 or +234 704 708 873. Those are the phone lines to call to join in the conversation. Yes, we have the National Judicial Council recommending the appointment of Justice Kudirat Kekere as the Chief Justice of Nigeria. Let's take this call first, Maestro. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Good morning, sir. Your name and where you're calling from? There's a bit of a network issue right there. 0704 1001 887. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Alaji.
All right.
Good morning, Alaji.
You see, they want people abroad to bring money to an unsafe, porous economy that is, can be easily infiltrated with inflation. See what is happening. How would they bring their money when they know that this money within some months or a year will go out, will be worthless? They can't. They then fix the economy first. If they fix the economy, all things will follow. Then on the issue of senators, the National Assembly members, you know, there's been a running battle. This has been a long time battle with the people. If they have integrity, why should we not know how much they are earning? Some will say 21 million. Some people are saying House of Rep are earning 27. Some are saying senators are earning 32. You see, and they have not told us specifically how much they are earning. And in fact, he's saying they are earning 1 million. That's out of 1 million, maybe they are deductions. You recall the other time, the rep member said they would give 50% of their something. Why don't you give 50% of all your total emoluments? You see, I think we should, I don't know where we are really going. Because these are matured elders that we trust, we believe we should trust. It's a matter of integrity. It tells you the type of people we have elected.
All right,
only God will save this country.
All right.
I think once we continue to challenge them, one day we'll get there.
All right. Thank you so much for your contribution. Alaji 0704 1001 887 or +234 704 708 873. Those are the phone lines to call, and you can also drop your comment on our Facebook page at Akidibo 887. Yes, those comments would surely be read in the studio. Picking it up from this one from Femi Ranki. Yes, I think I already took that. Emmy Stevenson says, why do I not regret being a Nigerian when senators who meet twice a week smile home with 21 million naira monthly, while civil servants beg for a 70,000 naira salary?
The comparison is misplaced. Sincerely,
far.
it's misplaced. That is not even the conversation. The conversation is why, whatever, if you are taking 1 billion naira monthly, why are you shrouding it up in secrecy? Put it in a glass that all of us could see it. That's the focus. We want to know, in clear terms, how much you are taking from us.
Not telling us what you are not earning. Hello, good morning. All right, we lost that call 0704 1001 887 or plus 234 704 7008 873.
And it's because they know it's obscene. That's why they're hiding it.
That's why they can't come out to say
yes, because they know it's very obscene.
Wow.
I mean, what would you expect from people who will serve 8 years as governors and they are still taking money from their states? They are still being given new cars.
Hello.
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning. I'm interested. Is it the senators? They are there for.
Your name and where you're calling from, sir?
Oh, sorry, Mr. Chinedu calling from Ibadan.
All right, sir.
Area.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, they are there for their selfish interests. Like the moderator decided themselves. Why are they hiding if they are collecting 100 million naira? It should be an open something. When they come to civil servants, their pay is made known to everybody, but their own, we don't know. So they are purely into business. They are not there to make any life better for the citizens. So let's continue. I think with a short time, we'll get to where we're going. They are not helping us. They are not helping matters. So let us be aware of how much they are taking home every month. It should be an open something. Are they not representing us? So let's see how it goes. But I know with time we'll get to that, because Nigerian problem is getting out of hand, and the better we manage it, the better for all of us.
All
God
right.
bless you.
Thank you so much for your contribution, sir. Shodia Kabiru says, I am curious and baffled with the seizure of 3 presidential jets by whatever foreign organization. Maestro expected this particular development to be escalated in totality. We should not be surprised when we wake up one day and realize that our country has been acquired.
That's not the when we think about these things, we should be clear to us. This is a judicial process. Nigeria is involved as a government in guaranteeing loans taken by states. That's a process. And so if you guarantee a loan and the person defaults, what happens? They come for you now. It's simple. So this is not about showing muscles or anything like that. This is about you are owing, and they will take your assets if you are owing. It's as simple as that.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir. Your name and where you're calling from?
I'm Prince R.O. Abetula from Liberty Road.
Yes, sir. Your contribution.
About the senator salary. Dume said it when it was, I thought it was about 3 years ago. Every day, the money was 1 million. The start is 30 million. Shehu Sani said it. Shehu Sani, the same Shehu Sani, former senator, said that it's 30 million every month. That's why he didn't come back to Senate again. He said it's wisdom. Once honorable from Oyo State here, about 3 or 4 I'm the member of this house.
I'm so sorry. We'll have to take off this call. There's some sort of interference, and that would not be.
The thing is, when everybody now knows that you pocket 21 million naira every month, there are some people who will now be pulling your agbada. So
21 million monthly.
You can't even leave 1 million naira for us here monthly.
Everyone will start claiming their millions.
So they don't want people to have that kind of idea.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir. Your name and where you're calling from?
Ajibola from Akubo.
All right, sir. Your contribution.
About the senators and the lawmakers, why can't you invite them? Are they not from? They are some from Oyo State. During the electoral campaign, they used to come to you. You interview them. You ask them questions. But now they are denying all these things. Can't you, at this session, you are the one that promote them during the election. Why can't you invite them? Ask them.
Did you say promotion, sir? Did you say promotion? So as you said, this is a radio station. And yes, they can't come here for interviews. Yes, what do you have for your people? That happens. But saying promotion, I'm so sorry, sir. that is not something that will stand. Princess Funke Ujubola says corruption has taken over the country, but good leader will change the narrative. The actions and inactions of the executives drives and affect everything more than other tiers and levels. Rashid Anelka is saying the senators and honorables are the big boys that do not want to be touched. Omoluabi says, good morning. Why people gonna come to invest in Nigeria and the politicians going over to abroad to invest their own money there? 0704 1001 887 or plus 034 704 708 873. Maestro, the NJC and the Kikiri CJN.
Okay, so why you see that each time you mentioned it, I've been, chuckling. And the reason is what I see, around the social media. Some people have been dragging the woman. Some people have been saying it's okay. Some people have suddenly woken up to the level of corruption in the judiciary. they are
all of a sudden.
All of a sudden, everybody's spirit is catching everybody. But I don't know if all of these things will have any effect at all. Because you see, this is reality. What you're saying is not going to have any effect on the ascendancy or otherwise of that judge. And so if the NJC recommended and the president has nothing against it, it goes. So we might as well 75-80% be expecting that our next CJN is going to be a female.
2 days ago, you mentioned that we know already. Do we not know already? You said that.
Well, it's going to be a female, and that's nice. That'll be the second time we're having a female CJN, which is good for us. The other thing we need to talk about, it's not so much when other things are happening. If you want to talk about corruption in the judiciary, it's a whole topic on its own.
Sure.
And I think we should set time aside to talk about it. It's not when somebody is going to become what she's destined to become that we now begin to put in all these things. She's going to become the CJN, and anybody can stew in their juice.
That would happen. All right, 070410018887 or plus 234 704 708 Those are the phone lines to call to join in the conversation, and also you can drop your comments on our Facebook page right there. There is this sentence coming saying Nigerians are hungry due to failure of government. That one is coming from Afia Babalola on the front page of the Nigerian Tribune, and I think that someone dropped a comment concerning that, saying that statement is somewhat maybe true, saying Nigerians are hungry due to failure of government. Maestro, let's take this call first. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning to your name and where you're calling from.
This is a good luck calling from Iwo Road.
All right, sir.
Good morning, Maestro, my teacher.
Mr. Goodluck, how are you?
Thank God. God bless you.
You too, amen.
Now, Maestro, I want to ask you. The House of Rep, Tajin Abbas, the Speaker, withdraw the bill seeking to prosecute those that could not recite the Nigerian national new anthem and other things. Now, if they want to start from that to know who can recite the Nigerian national anthem, why can't they start from the lawmakers, the National Assembly? As sometime last year, when there was I think a national conference in Imo State, where a police officer could not recite the old national anthem.
Okay.
Can they do that? That National Assembly should start. Who cannot recite the national anthem?
Mr.
Will be prosecuted. Thank you.
Thank you. I heard your question. There's a difference between what is happening and what you are referring to. You see, inability to recite or sing the national anthem and the pledge is different from unwillingness to.
Two different things.
There are two different things. So if I'm willing to recite it, but I I don't know it, there's no punishment there, because I'll just say what I know about it. You know, but someone who says I'm not going to mention a word of it because I do not believe in it or my faith is against it, and that's the one we're saying, you know, is really, really draconian, and it shouldn't stand.
Okay. Miriam yesterday says, no doubt the incompetence of the federal government has turned many Nigerians to beggars, and the sharing of palliatives will never be the solution to it. Because what we truly need is getting our farmers back on farm and a bit to solve food insecurity. And also government should provide maximum security for them. I will plead with the Paysetter governor to hasten up with the Amotekun Rangers so that they will secure the lives of our farmers. We have to go pay some bills now. We'll be back.
IPTV 88.7 FM.
18 months. 18 months. 18 months.
Mr. Man, what did they happen for 18 months?
Nah, Hero Hunter, they are giving 18 months warranty on their motorcycles, so a whole 18 months.
18 months warranty on their Okada? You sure say you know what you dey talk?
Warranty na agreement when they follow product come. So sure say it stand well. Most machine, na 12 months warranty them they get. But the Hero Hunter warranty, senior all of them, with correct 18 months warranty, complete 1 year and 6 months. You no go spend copper from your pocket to repair your Okada engine. Na Hero Hunter go carry am with full chest. We move. Na Hero Hunter motorcycle. We go buy today. Hero Hunter. Save fuel. Save money.
I'm in love. Sonia tomato mix, stand up. Is it to open? Is it to squeeze? Is it to scoop? And is it to stop?
Sonia tomato mix in a new stand-up pouch.
Appreciation. Mo dúpẹ́ oníbùwọ̀rẹ́ bàbá gbọ́ pẹ́ mi.
ẹni ọlọ́run náà ń ṣẹ́ fúnra rẹ̀ òṣòro mà bẹ́ẹ̀ bá ríru wọn bọ́n ṣe ń gba ìnílé ni wọ́n máa gba ìlóde. Oríyọmí Òkìkí ọlọ́mọ amúsà káàbọ̀. Gbogbo United Kingdom pátápátá ni wọ́n ń kí Oríyọmí Òkìkí ọlọ́mọ amúsà káàbọ̀ sílùú ọba látijọ́ tí Oríyọmí ti wọ̀ lu London wọ̀kìlú mà microphone wizard. Gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá tàwùsá ti Ìgbò kódà tó fi mọ́ òyìnbó tó ń bẹ ní United Kingdom ni wọ́n ń kí Oríyọmí Òkìkí ọlọ́mọ amúsà káàbọ̀. Èyí ló ṣokùnfà àpèjẹ ẹ̀yẹ ìdánilọ́lá táwọn olùgbé orílẹ̀-èdè United Kingdom ṣe fún Oríyọmí Hamzat èyí tí yóò wáyé ní ọjọ́ 24 oṣù kẹjọ ọdún yìí 24th of August 2024 ní the elevation point number 3 Heringham Road London SC78NJ. Aago 5 àbọ̀ làwọn èèyàn ti máa dé sí gbàgede. Aago 6 gẹ́rẹ́gẹ́lẹ̀ tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ àwẹ̀jẹwẹ̀mú kíkí Oríyọmí Òkìkí ọlọ́mọ amúsà káàbọ̀ sórílẹ̀-èdè United Kingdom pẹ̀lú oríṣiríṣi àwọn nǹkan àwórí tí yóò wáyé lọ́jọ́ yìí tó ń sì máa fojú rinjú pẹ̀lú Oríyọmí Òkìkí ọlọ́mọ amúsà. Ẹ wá gbọ́ o aṣọ àgídìgbò FM lẹ́ẹ̀fi wọlé £20 ní o owó tíkẹ́ẹ̀tì £50 láti rí aṣọ àgídìgbò FM àti tíkẹ́ẹ̀tì gbà ẹ pè sórí nọ́mbà yìí 07310257288 07310257288. Lẹ́yìn tá a bá ṣèyàn tán lọ́gán tá a bá ti ń parí ìwẹ̀jẹ̀wẹ̀mú àti ìfarakínra pẹ̀lú Oríyọmí Òkìkí ọlọ́mọ amúsà. Ọjọ́ kejì ní Òkìkí ọlọ́mọ amúsà yóò gúnlẹ̀ sí ọ́fíìsì rẹ̀ tó wà ní the elevation point number 3 Heringham Road London SE78NJ tí yóò sì máa gbàlejò lọ́kùn òjọ̀kan Oríyọmí Òkìkí ọlọ́mọ amúsà káàbọ̀ sílùú ọba.
Ènìyàn kan lọ́lọ́run mi rí.
I am pregnant. It is important for me to take care of myself and stay healthy.
To be strong and have a healthy pregnancy, take iron and folic acid tablets every day when you're pregnant. This prevents anemia and helps maintain a healthy pregnancy. Visit your healthcare provider for regular antenatal care. This message is from the ANRIN Project or your state's Ministry of Health.
I'm in love. Sonia tomato mix, stand up. Is it to open? Is it to squeeze? Is it to scoop? And is it to stop?
Sonia tomato mix in a new stand-up pouch.
My son, help me check this phone. I no know wetin Junior press. E no dey work again.
Make I see. Mommy.
Wetin happen?
They don't block your line now.
Nobody like to chop blocking, no. So, if they don't block you unto say you not link your NIN to your Airtel line, run kitty go any Airtel shop with your NIN to unblock your line today.
Airtel, a reason to imagine.
Tell me which kind stain. Viva no fi wash. Away. body. Viva go, away, 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 away. Chicken if I am close now, all you need for Viva to wash away, 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 away. Eh, gentle for your pocket, gentle for your hand. Oh my Viva, you go to make you shine. Oh Viva, Viva, oh yo yo. I love my Viva, oh Viva, oh yo yo. Uncle say bye bye to very top stage, yo. Oh yo yo. Mama say bye bye to any kind stage, yo. Oh yo yo. Oh Viva, Viva, oh yo yo. I love my Viva, Viva, oh yo yo.
Akitibo 88.7 FM.
All right, Comrade Ayueniola on the Facebook page says a lot of good laws and structure are still in Nigeria, but they deliberately don't allow them to work. Although we have some to restructure, but the good leader is key. If we have the best structure on ground and allow the type of leaders we have now, they will still not allow it to work.
We jump the gun.
Mm.
This is how we jump the gun. We start talking about leaders without talking about the process that will bring leaders into office. If you want to be intelligent about it, that's where our focus should be. You know, I've stopped talking about these things even because nobody is listening. You cannot have good leaders without having a processing leadership that will take them there. So if you do not have control over the leadership processing system, then they process themselves into positions of leadership. And then you're going to get whatever you get from there. So if we don't misplace our priorities, in any case, we are concentrating on restructuring. And that's where we are putting all our energies, because we arrived at that point, having noticed that we are not listening to one another. So you're wasting your time if you keep talking about this thing forever. But if, for instance, we go towards something as holistic as restructuring and we stay there, maybe we'll find ourselves out of the woods.
All right then. And before we leave this morning, Maestro, on the issue of the international passport tearing, there was a video, I think 2 days ago, coming from the husband saying that Nigerians, you took it too far. It was just a skit, and what was torn wasn't even an international passport. But then I think I also saw another video of this woman being apprehended by the security operatives. Say they have to bring her in for questioning.
I think the husband is also that kind of person, and she knows that. You know, before going, it's not a skit. That thing happened. And you know, the customs people, the officials, they know it happened, but there's a way you want to walk it back, so that maybe your wife will not go to jail, or
so things will go bad.
And they have kids, so you want to walk it back. It's something that any guy would do in such circumstances.
All right then, and from there, let's take your pattern shot for the week.
I don't want people to forget about books. It's going to elevate our conversation, because the more light we gain, the better we become at, participating in that fraternity. We need to read. And I don't want people to forget to join us on Sunday, 7 to 9 p.m. on Igbesiaye. It's very important that we be together again.
All right. Alex Lawyer, Yodeji, yes, our maestro is here. That is, he said he just stumbled on this now and is asking if you are here. Yes, our maestro is here. All right, till next week, Monday, when we'll be back in the studio to talk about nothing other than our great nation, Nigeria. My name is Wuraola Yusuff, and I'm saying have a nice weekend. We'll be back on Monday.